So let's have a look at a general reading for the next week, taking us from the 23rd, so today's the 23rd, taking us through from the 24th to the 30th, basically till the end of the year. Let's see what our lovely teams would like us to know as a general reading for everybody on the Find You Fridays who will get to watch this. See what is the best way for us to handle the week to come. So we know it's going to be full of lots of interesting energies. Oh yes, we're feeling it already. Okie dokie, so for the next week, which is obviously rolling over Christmas, let's have a look and see. Awesome. We've got some really fascinating cards that has come out. So first of all, obviously for Christmas Day, we've got Hello from Heaven. So obviously we're all going to be pulling around and being with family or not. Some of my best Christmases have actually been the ones where I've spent completely alone and just made it a super special day just for me. So what that card coming out is saying is like, even if you do feel alone, your family and friends that have passed over are there. They're saying hello, and they are like just letting you know that they're still around and that it's okay to acknowledge them, and it's okay to have the feeling of them, to acknowledge the feeling of them around you during this weekend, if you like, and that they want you to let go of all the worries and to feel their loving blessings, because they are here to support you and love you and just have you moving forward with your life in a light-hearted, most easeful way. And so if just take a moment on your Christmas Day, even if it's just you, just to acknowledge the ones that have passed and acknowledging them, because they are still very much a part of the family. And I think doing that at this time of year is also really important, even if it's just in your mind, you're saying thank you for being a part of my family, thank you for being a part of my tribe or my clan, or however you choose to call it. You know, it's important to acknowledge our ancestors, because without them you wouldn't exist. That's the plain truth of it all. As you move through this next week, you're going to require some nurturing. Okay, I know we all go a bit bonkers, and a lot of people, and even if you're not going bonkers, if you're not really feeling it, there will still be a moment in your worlds where you're going to have to just nurture your inner child. There might be some trigger points coming up around family, when family gets together or doesn't get together. So all of these kinds of trigger points will be coming up at the moment, and it's important to allow yourself the time to nurture you and to recognize those trauma points and to go through that process of actually talking with your inner child so that they can be soothed and calm, and so you can approach this next few days with much more ease. Which leads into the next card, which is the counselor card. Okay, so it won't be just you getting triggered. You're going to probably find every single member of the family is going to be triggered in some way, shape, or form. Okay, always happens when family gets together. Sometimes they're good trigger points, sometimes they're not so great trigger points. So you might find yourself on the receiving end of other people's trauma. You might find yourself on the receiving end of other people's hurt spaces, or your own. So be aware that the counselor in you that is within you will be called to action, even if it is just for yourself. All right. So if you find yourself erratically overeating or over drinking or whatever, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Like, what's this about? What am I running from? Why am I hiding? You know? The next card that we've got is brilliant idea. So perhaps you've had some amazing ideas of how to handle Christmas with total ease that is just really out of the box, or perhaps you're having some ideas coming through at the moment for things to move into the new year. Write them down and start actioning them, because it sounds like there's some good stuff brewing, okay? The next one we've got is healthy lifestyle. So yes, okay, quite often we overindulge, all of that. Allow yourself the space to be mindful of what you're eating. So it doesn't mean that you have to stop eating everything, but just maybe smaller portions. That may be a good idea. The next card that we've got, which I thought was really, really interesting, is from the Mary Magdalene set. And it says, I am the Grail, which is hold on to your power. So how many of you, when you're all around your family, slide into a version of yourself which is not the version that you be on a normal basis? I know I'm guilty of that from time to time, and now I'm, remembering to stand in who I be. Because this version of me is so much kinder and softer and nicer than the old version, the trauma-filled version, the version of me that had all of the coping mechanisms of like sarcasm and all of that, like, and the pedantic version of me where I was a control freak. Like, I'd much rather this version than that version. So just be you on Christmas, okay? And if you require a little bit of quiet and a little bit of space and a little bit of peace, go for a walk. Or if it's too cold, like it's gonna be for Sarah in Canada, go to the toilet and chill out in the toilet for a little bit. Do some deep breathing and do what you have to do to give yourself the space to reset for you into your heart space and just be you. Okay? Those that love you will love you regardless. Okay? Those that love you will love you even more for being you. All right. And the next card that we've got is from the Celtic Oracle, which is Dream, Manifestation, Plan, and Be. So this week coming, obviously it's the end of the year. It's the last week of the year. There's a lot of, and it actually matches up with the brilliant idea. So those two, it's kind of like they're just reinforcing each other. There's going to be some really great planning and reflection moments happening over the next week. The power that you have right now, and we've mentioned this a few times, to manifest and actualize, bring into your world what is really in alignment with who you be, what you be, your desires for your ultimate life are all really, really up in the world right now. And it's not just because of Christmas. It's not just because it's the end of the year. This is the energy that we have created over the last few years and the last, all of the hard slog that these beautiful light workers like yourselves have done, and the ones before us and the ones before us, that the healers and the, like, from all different walks of life and modalities, all of this hard work has created this space where we can create and manifest with so much ease now. It's being open to receive. It's being open to receive the magic that you be. So, yeah. Hold on to your power. Remain sovereign within yourself. Chill out. Breathe. And for the next week, plan your week. Plan your year to come. Have a think about what would you like your year to come to be. I'm also, with that, I just got the nudge, if you're into tarot or anything like that, perhaps pull 1 or 2 tarot cards for every month of the year to come and see what comes through. So last card for the general reading for the next week, gratitude. Okay. So just remain in gratitude for every single moment over the next 7 days, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. Find the space of gratitude within that. You might have moments where you're feeling really cranky and really grumpy about something. Find the positives and have the gratitude for what that is. And if you've got someone in your world that is able to be with you, to send a message to or have a chat with about something that's sort of like grinding your gears a bit, they might have a different perspective, especially if you've got someone who is able to see those lighter sides, the brighter sides, the more gratitude-filled moments, you know. It doesn't just dive into your shit with you because that's not helpful. Oh dear. So that's the reading for the next week. Happy days. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I am incredibly grateful to each and every one of you who have been with me for this journey. I am so grateful to all of you. I couldn't have done this podcast without you. It would be a very dull and boring show if I was sitting here just talking to myself for an hour or two. So I am incredibly grateful to every single one of you for choosing to come on, for interacting, and I wish you the very best, most happiest, gentle, kind, loving Christmas season. I know it can bring up a lot of energy, and I also know that you have the skills and the abilities to be able to move through this with a lot more ease than you ever thought possible. So until next time, my beautiful ones, be bold, be brave, be you. Go do something tasty for yourself. All right, I really don't mind what it is, but make sure you go do it. Okay, honor you, nurture you, remain present with you, and until next time, bye-bye.